Hello, Libra. This is Michelle from Divine. Oh, did it start? Hello, Libra. This is Michelle from Divine Intuition, and welcome to this monthly tarot scope of March 2023. Now, as promised, I started with the air signs because I was not able to do the air signs for the month of February. But thank you so much for being patient, as right now I'm doing the air signs first. Okay. So, welcome, Libra. This is your monthly reading for March 2023. All right, so let's get straight to your reading, Libra. Okay, so let's start. All right, Libra, so let's see what's in store for you for this month of March 2023. So we have the 10 of Wands. So you're going to be quite busy this month of March, Libra. We have the Hangman. We have the Three of Swords, and we have the Knight of Swords. So there is quite some tension happening for you for this month of March, but it's not what's going to be taking over the whole month, I feel. I feel like mostly what I sense for you, Libra, is that you're going to be very busy this month of March, very focused in your craft, very focused in your work, something that you're working really hard. You're just going to be very busy trying to hold those ones together. There's something that you're prioritizing. There's something that you want to get done. You may be taking more than what you can handle. There may be a lot of things that are kind of a bit of it could be a burden. There could be something that's kind of weighing you down, or kind of being like a burden to you, Libra, in a way, but you're trying to deal with it. You're trying to move past it. You're trying to move past the weight. There's just probably too much for you, too much to handle. And it's starting to stress you out, and it's starting to become a burden. That's what I feel for you, Libra. It's just a lot over your shoulder. You're carrying too many wands. It's a bit too much for you, but you're still kind of doing it and taking the tasks as you're like approaching, the castle there, like your foundation, trying to build your foundation. But it is a little bit too much to handle. Maybe you're working two jobs. Maybe you're working more than one job or two jobs. Maybe you're working a job but handling many projects on the side. It's kind of overweighing you, and it's a little bit too much. And I think it's time to make some changes in regards to how you're handling your life, in regards to how you're handling your lifestyle, Libra. I think it's time to kind of make some changes so that you're not overburdened, and it could create a lot of high stress levels for you, Libra. And Libras, they're all about service. They're willing to do things, even though it hurts them, or it stresses them out. It can harm their health. But they're always of service, and they always want to help. But I'm really telling you that I think it's time to kind of let go of some of these ones, so that it doesn't overweigh you too much, and it doesn't start harming your health and your stress levels. So, Libra, I feel like it's time to make some changes so that it doesn't weigh you down too much. Maybe you are, like I mentioned, working more than one job. You maybe have multiple jobs, multiple projects. Maybe you are a healer and you're of a service, and you're taking on too many clients, that perhaps maybe too many clients that that can their energy can really be a bit too much and harmful. So it's time to kind of maybe reduce the clients and take in just a certain amount that you can handle, because it could start to affect your health and your well-being. So maybe take in less clients, right? Maybe take in less workload. Maybe ask other people to help you with your work and your workload. Maybe try to find alternative ways to earn income so that you don't stress yourself working 2 to 3 jobs, right? Maybe change your lifestyle so that you don't have to work so excessively hard, right? And it could start harming your health. So be cautious, Libra. because when we give, I know Libras tend to give a lot, but sometimes we have to think for ourselves. You have to think for yourself, and there comes, there is a limit to things, and you need to start to consider your well-being. That's what I feel, Libra. Okay, because you are taking in too much. I feel for this month of March. Um, we have the Hangman. So the Hangman speaks of surrendering, kind of surrendering to a situation, surrendering to a situation probably that you don't have much control over and don't have much power over a situation, and you're kind of letting it go. You're just flowing with it. You're just surrendering to the situation. You're just flowing with it. Probably something that maybe has something to do with your work. Maybe you're kind of following the advice and kind of letting things go and not taking on too much, or having controlling the situation in the way that you want to control it, perhaps maybe because it is affecting your health, because it is affecting your stress levels. You have to do some changes in regards to it, and maybe that's why it's time to surrender and to kind of um, be aware that you can't really control everything and control certain situations anymore around you. So that's why you're kind of letting certain things go, letting certain projects and responsibilities go, or maybe workload, and finding other alternatives. I kind of letting it go, knowing that you can't control it anymore, and you're surrendering to it. You can't give yourself too much anymore. It's just there comes a limit, and it will start to affect you, right? And your health wise, or mentally, or physically, emotionally. So that's why you're surrendering, you're letting go, you're kind of accepting it for this month of March. And you're gonna see it's gonna be much better for you, and there's gonna be much more although you don't want to let it go, you want to control it a lot. You realize by letting it go, life becomes so much easier, and life starts to flow much more naturally, right? When you surrender, when you allow certain higher forces to take control over the situation instead of you taking control over it, because it's a bit too much for you. And you'll see that the other alternative paths are much more easier and much more liberating than how you were doing things before, right? So yeah, surrender and let go, Libra. um so we have the Three of Swords, Libra. So you are suffering some sort of heartache, some sort of pain. There is some sort of suffering happening around you. It could be in regards to your love interest, could be in regards to love, could be in regards to, situations maybe that you're purging, maybe you're healing, maybe we are going through that energy of the full moon in Virgo. If you want to take a look at that video, I did make a live stream on that on the 7th. I think that was a Tuesday. So I talk about loss and heartache a lot in that video, because there is a lot of important messages in regards to these next 2 weeks and what the full moon in Virgo will bring for us. And I do speak about, suffering in silence. And there's a lot of good things happening, but there's also these things that are important to know in regards to heartache and pain. And you may be feeling that, you may be purging that, and you may be releasing that emotion out, Libra. And so that's why I feel like it's important you go to that video, and I'll probably leave the link below. After the end of this video, I'll leave the video there, or you can go to the playlist and find full moon in Virgo, and you'll see the messages there, because it's really important you listen to that, because I say a lot about that, and there's important messages in regards to heartache and pain, and things that hurt us and emotionally drain us and exhaust us, and we need a lot of healing in that. So you are going through some heartache and pain in regards to love, in regards to something in your life that you're trying to heal, you're trying to recover, or just things probably not going your way, perhaps things that you want to control a lot, but you can't control it. You have to kind of surrender to it, because it is harming you, Libra. Whatever it is harming you. And that can be painful to admit and confront. So there is certain things here that you don't want to let go, and you don't want to confront it, but it just can be quite painful. Or you don't want to heal from certain things, maybe from the past, that you have to confront now. And that can be quite emotionally heavy on your heart, right? And that's why there is a sense of emotional pain for you as well, that you need to work on and purge and heal. There could be some sort of outbursts, anger or tension or conflicts because you're releasing something, an emotional pain. I can taste something in my mouth. Like I don't know if it's connected to a throat chakra or something. Um, you're probably releasing a lot of emotional situations. You're probably saying a lot of things emotionally, vocally. Maybe something to do with your throat chakra. You're healing. Like there are certain things that you have to express that you haven't expressed. Maybe you are a lack of expressing certain things that have hurt you in the past, and then you want to express it. Maybe certain things from your childhood, or maybe certain things from family members, or things that happened to you, I don't know, at work, or something that you need to communicate. And it's time to express it. It's like you need to release it, you need to speak it. And it could come out a bit aggressive, like, with a lot of tension, maybe a lot of anger, but it's necessary same time, because it is something that you're healing from, and then you need to kind of release and purge it out. That's what I feel. So yeah, I feel like it's important you go watch that video, especially for Libra, because you may resonate with that full moon and Virgo reading much more than other signs, I feel. So yeah, so there will be that kind of outburst, that tension coming out from you, but it's necessary. You have to express it. It's your throat chakra. Work with work with turquoise crystal. It's good for the voice, for expressing yourself. Another crystal is sodalite. Sodalite is good for mental clarity and for mental health as well, clearing mental health and conflicts, like mental illness, to sometimes, or mental fog, right? Or if that's not the case, it can just help you with your throat chakra and helping you to express what you need to express. I've worked with satellite before, and it's helped me to express things and to heal from it. And it comes out like this energy. Sometimes I come out like with the Knight of Swords, with tension and anger, but something due to pain and a purge, deep wound, and sometimes you need to express it and you need to say it, or else it can become an internal illness after. That could be the reason why you preoccupy yourself a lot in work and take on more than you can handle. Maybe it could be a brainwash of yours from childhood, or something brainwashed to be like this, or something, or maybe you're avoiding a situation and that's why you're like overburdening yourself with so much work. So, and responsibility. So it's time to kind of confront this, so that, you know, you can let go of all this burden, and you can surrender to it, and something can feel much more better for you, that's good for you, more health wise, right? Yeah, so okay, let's take out more cards for you, Libra. Okay, let's take out more cards for Libra. You have fertility, so that's the Empress card, so that's good. You have temptation, you have intuition, and you have the Three of Cups, so rejoice and in celebration. So you have fertility. So fertility is the Empress card. So there is something that you are you're tuning into your maternal parts of you, maternal instincts. This connects to female and male. If you're a female, or you connect with this energy, you could be kind of healing your maternal, your feminine energy. You can be much more motherly than usual, or you can be giving more love, maternal love, to other people, which is, maybe if you're working with clients, maybe you are giving more of your power and your energy more than usual. You have a strong heart chakra. You emanated. You have a strong power, and you are giving it out to the rest of the people. And perhaps that could be kind of draining you, and working. You can be working a lot because you are like a sign of service, and you could be giving yourself more than usual, and that could be what's draining you, right? But you do have this healing energy in you. You have this healing like aura, this essence about you that's very magnetic, and it kind of just magnetizes rise and it kind of like ripples out, right? Like here, right? Yeah, a very strong heart chakra, very healer, very much of a healer. You may have like healing gifts and that can help other people, and it's very nurturing. People need of your nurture. People need of your love, Libra, and your care. So yeah, there it's quite healing. Kind of gives me like the feeling of like Pachamama kind of feeling, like kind of like very earthly, soothing energy. But at the same time, you need to also watch out for yourself and heal yourself. Now, if this is not related to you, it could be related to somebody else externally who has like that energy that can be quite healing for you. Very maternal energy, very motherly, very fertile with ideas and creativity, because this is the Empress card. So you may be dealing with an Empress who can be very creative and help you out creatively with your projects or your endeavors or anything that you want to focus on. This person can be quite helpful with you in regards to any creative endeavors. And not only that, they're also very maternal. They have this kind of maternal energy that can be very soothing and can be very motherly and very helpful. Right. And yeah, her heart chakra is very strong. Like she has a big heart and there can be like a sense of warmth by being in her presence. You feel that warmth around her, and she can be quite helpful and healing. So she can be around you this month of March, and I think you will need of her help a lot. And if it's not somebody externally, then that it's doing this for you, then it could represent you, that person that is emanating that energy towards others, right? And that's why you have to kind of be cautious with your energy so that it doesn't completely drain you, right? Um, Libra, you also have temptation. So this is the devil card. So there are certain things happening with you that are perhaps facing certain shadow parts of you, things that you need to heal. Like I said, it is the Three of Swords energy. You are going through some emotional pain, and that could bring out certain shadow sides of you and that you have to face and confront, right? Or perhaps certain things, maybe there is more that there is maybe certain toxic patterns that you are repeating. Maybe there are certain toxic patterns that are coming from other people. Maybe it could be a toxic relationship that you keep putting yourself in. Maybe it could be a toxic partner. Maybe you repeating the same patterns towards someone or towards a situation. And so there's, like you said, there's these energies that, a lot of energies around us affect our behaviors and personalities. That's why it's very important to clean ourselves, our energies, and clean our environment and energetically, because we get really influenced by the energy around us. Good to work with archangels, Archangel Michael for protection. So, certain entities, whether or beings or like, there can be demons, there can be lower form beings, entities like to lash on us or like to lash out on our pain or our anger, and can cause more conflict and trouble than what we're already facing. So like a lot of these entities like to cause problems in relationships, like to create more conflicts and fights. A lot of these beings like to cause divorces and conflicts. So you have to protect your home. You have to protect your energy around you, because there are entities out there that will come and intrude and ruin things for you in your home and in your family life and with your personal relationships. So when you do feel that, protect yourself, clean the energy. Whether it is you or somebody else that you're dealing with, maybe it could be a toxic relationship, a toxic partner who's repeating the same negative patterns again, that can be quite harmful and toxic. Maybe it can be abusive, you never know, or it can be, there's different forms of abuse. There's mental abuse, there's psychological abuse, emotional abuse, and physical abuse, but they're all the same. They cause the same amount of damage. So be careful of who you give yourself so much. Libras tend to typically end up in toxic relationships sometimes, or they tend to kind of, because there's so much in service, they give themselves so much that they don't realize how much harm it can be doing to them. in certain relationships or certain, even if it's in jobs, if you're dealing with an abusive boss or abusive supervisor, or they you got to, put your foot down, because Libras will get the hits usually. Well, from the Libras I've met, they get hit and they don't do much about it to defend themselves, right? And then they just carry on the same patterns, same toxic patterns. So yeah, the temptation cards can be kind of toxic patterns repeating themselves around you, whether it is somebody maybe it's at work, or it is yourself, whether it's interaction, whether it is a relationship. There are certain patterns repeating themselves that need to be dealt with and need to be healed, right? Maybe it's substance, you're abusing yourself with substance, you're taking substance, or addictions could be more. Maybe you're more falling into patterns of addictions again. So, yeah, maybe because of this repetitive pattern that you tend to fall yourself into, and can be quite harmful for you, right? Or for the person that you're dealing with, maybe too. Maybe it's vice versa. Maybe you may be hurting the other person. So yeah, be mindful of that. So whichever it relates to, right? There's certain patterns that are repeating themselves again. And that's why it's important to kind of have protection and heal, because these patterns can come to the surface again. And probably that's why there's like the Three of Swords. There's like an energy of heartbreak and pain, because these patterns are repeating again, and it can be quite painful to confront it and confront these situations, or confront yourself when you're going through that, right? When you're going through the temptation card and the heartbreak, right? So there could be something maybe that you're repeating, and you don't want to maybe hurt the other person again, and maybe you need to start working on yourself, and it's time to kind of confront that situation, right? um so you have the intuition card. So your intuition is developing quite more strongly this month of March. There is like a gate opening, like see the door opening there with the light, and there's like a portal here, and this person is like tuning into the energies. So you may be aware that certain energies are coming forward for this month of March, and you're kind of preparing yourself psychically, mentally, energetically for these waves of information to come, or these codes, or frequencies to enter and to download them or to work with them. You may be very aware of these things, and you may be very prepared and intuitively have like a very strong intuitive perception of these things. And you're going to kind of work with the energies, because you see the door opening, you see like a portal opening or an energy wave coming forth, and you're used to it probably, and you're working with it. Now, if you don't deal with those situations, it could be just feeling like you are more aware of certain situations around you more than usual. So you may be more psychic than usual, more intuitive than usual. You may be receiving certain interesting dreams, and that you should write down in a journal. So as soon as you wake up, writing them down in a journal, so that you can have like an understanding of what's happening or what messages you're receiving. You could be interacting with certain people, and you could have like an intuitive perception about them. Your inner voice is talking to you, and you may be maybe more cautious or more aware of something important that's happening around you with this person. So yeah, there's quite a lot of psychic information, intuitive information coming forward for you, Libra. You also have the Three of Cups. So you have rejoice in celebration. So there is something around you that is quite, you are celebrating. There is quite an excitement. Maybe you're getting together with some friends. Maybe you are connecting with certain people who share the same interests as you, or maybe it's just like a reunion, a gathering of people, and it's a great opportunity to bond and connect. Maybe you're going to group gatherings. Maybe you are going to a party, or maybe you're just meeting up with some friends, more than one friend, and there's just such a strong connection between you guys, and there's kind of like a sense of fulfillment, a feeling like content and love, and you're just reconnecting again with these people, and it just brings you in a place of comfort and security and safety, or just fulfillment, right? And kind of like the parts that make life so joyful. And this is what you're going to go. And this is good, because after going through certain purges and healing and emotional situations that you maybe have gone through, connecting with these friends and people will be quite healing, and kind of give you that strength, give you that strength again, and having that fulfillment and joy of carrying on in life as well, right? Because these things can be quite heavy and painful, and we kind of tend to want to like surrender sometimes about in life, but do not, because there's beautiful things around you, there's beautiful people around you, and there's beautiful connections around you, right? And you also have this beautiful maternal love, maternal energy around you. And or maybe you are going to be emanating it because there's just so much love around you with these people, right? But there is like this maternal loving energy as a support around you that's going to help you, Libra. Okay, but enjoy this month of March also, because there's a lot of fun things happening for you, and gatherings and celebrations, okay, with the Three of Cups. All right, Libra, so that was your reading for this month of March 2023. I hope you enjoyed this reading. And if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, please like it, share it, or leave a comment below. And if you would like to donate as well, you can look at the links below. Click on it to see if you would like to donate and help my channel out as well. Okay, Libra. So that was my reading. Thank you so much for being patient and for waiting for this monthly reading. Okay, and I hope to see you again in my next video. All right, Libra. Have a great one, and I'll see you again real soon. Okay, bye.